Step aside, Orcish Bowmasters. Today I'm seeing if Narset Parter of Veils can be the card draw hate that Lantern Control needs. I am on the play here in match 1 versus Oko Droko. I like that username. It's obviously not Oko Droko, but still, it's very nice. I could keep this hand. It doesn't really have a whole lot going for it, though. I've got Thoughtseize, I've got Ensnaring Bridge. I have a Narset that could potentially dig for more things. This hand is looking for lands, and lands specifically, not opals. I think I'm going to mulligan, actually. All right, this is a better hand, I believe. Honestly, out of a hand like this, I think I'm going to bottom Whir of Invention. Like, that might be a little crazy, but this opal's not going to be turned on for a while. But at the bare minimum, it could get my constructs a little bit bigger. Is that crazy? Should I be bottoming a discard spell instead? But then I'd have nothing to do on turn 2. Yeah, I'm going to bottom the Whir, and I'm probably going to regret it. All right, time to go to 17 real quick. Watery Grave, I will pay the life, and I will Inquisition here. Okay, I don't really regret my choice. Let's take the Mind Stone and pass turn. All right, they just played an Eldrazi Temple and passed. Oh, and I got double Opal, yeah. Guess I should have bottomed an Opal, huh? Okay, well, I will Thoughtseize the hero here. And this would be a turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer. I think I'm okay with that. I'm still going to take the Karn the Great Creator. And I'm going to play my Urza Saga, and we're going to start going to town on this. I will be getting 3 constructs out of this if everything goes properly. And there's the Thought-Knot Seer that I was expecting. Oh, Basic Island is pretty big. That means that I am now no longer just getting 3 constructs. I'm getting 4. That's a land I didn't know about. So they've only got 1 unknown card in hand now. That's pretty nice for me. Yeah, they dropped another Thought-Knot Seer as their last unknown card in hand, but quite frankly, it's still the Urza Saga. And I am just continuing to have trouble. In all honesty, I might just grab the Underworld Cookbook here. I know that they're top decking. I'm not going to be able to control their top card for a minute. And I kind of want to be able to bully their creatures. I'm going to do it. I'm going to grab the Underworld Cookbook. I'm going to drop this Urza Saga. And I'm swinging in. No blocks. I am 100% discarding this guy here. I'm going to make my food. They're going to fall to 15. And I am going to have a pretty dang big board. Now, I could still be vulnerable to something like a Karn the Great Creator into an Engineered Explosives, for example. But I think I'm going to just commit to the construct line. Plus, if they decide to block with Thought-Knot Seers, then I draw cards off of that. I'm not going to be super mad about that. Oh, they just top deck a Kozilek's Command. Okay, they're making spawns and exiling my blocker. I'll be all right with that. Oh, and they're getting saucy with the attacks. That's interesting. Okay. I ripped Lantern of Insight. So, I mean, I am just going to cast this right now. And I have Ensnaring Bridge on top of my deck. Yeah, I think I'm able to successfully pivot here. Distracting them with the constructs with this Kozilek's Command. I think that might have just won me the game. I am not going to swing in. Just going to hold back. This Abstergo Entertainment can return a historic card, which means that they can return the Karn Great Creator. Don't really like that. It's possible that I'll have to grab a Pithing Needle for this. Let's see if they see that line. Yeah, it looks like they're doing that. Karn the Great Creator is in hand. Oh, are they just able to win now? If they have Engineered Explosives in their sideboard, then yeah, they can win. That's the Filigree Silex. That's basically the same thing. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value equal to the number of oil counters on the Filigree Silex. Yeah, I'll concede to that. So tried to go for an aggressive line, but the Abstergo Entertainment kind of messed me up there. It's possible that I should have considered Pithing Needle a little more when selecting the Underworld Cookbook. But it's nice to know that this loss was due to a potential error in judgment and not necessarily a error in deck construction or deck choice. Let's see. I think I want the Set Adrifts here. I don't want Grafdigger's Cage, and honestly, I don't think I want the Underworld Cookbook either. Voidmere seems like it is very good for this matchup. I'm gonna have to see if I can side out something to accommodate that. Pithing Needle seems decent, I suppose. And I suppose I could probably take out the Narset They're not doing a whole lot of additional card draw here. Even though Narset is decent at digging, I think I'd rather just have bangers in. I guess the sideboard mapping isn't particularly great here. I could bring in another Duress. Yeah, I think I'll try this. This isn't a fantastic sideboard mapping, and there's an argument for keeping the Underworld Cookbook in. But I'm not really trying to spend a bunch of time building out a sideboard map when I could just be testing to see if the idea is decent to begin with. I don't think I want to keep this hand. I think I'm going to mulligan this. The trap here is that it's just a one-lander. This is a keep. This is a very good hand. I like this hand a lot. I believe I bottom... Honestly, probably Misty Rainforest. Going to 15 here. Although I don't necessarily need to cast the Thoughtseize this turn. I could wait. I could fetch the Watery Grave still. I'm going to pay the life. And I actually think I'm going to drop Codex Shredder. They did reveal Devourer of Destiny off the top of their deck here. And it's extremely unlikely that they'll have a turn 1 play that I'm going to regret. Yep, they put 3 cards on top, exile with the Devourer, which means that they kept a card on top. I am going to mill that. And it's an Urza's Tower. Okay. Well, I found Ensnaring Bridge. Now I'm going to Thoughtseize them. Sire of 7 Deaths, Mind Stone, Devourer of Destiny, and Ugin Eye of the Storms. They have the Urza's Tower in hand already. So whatever I leave in their hand is just straight up coming down on turn 3, and there's not a dang thing I can do about it. I think I'm going to take the Ugin Eye of the Storms. I have Ensnaring Bridge in hand. I don't have to make this game about constructs if I don't want to. So I think I'm not going to. All right. Do I just cast Ensnaring Bridge now? Like, there's no way that my constructs are getting up to Sire of 7 Deaths size, right? But also, there's not really a downside to me making a construct. Okay, yeah, they're just slamming Sire of 7 Deaths. I'm not particularly worried about this. Oh, I found Pyxis. Yeah, I think I'm just going to continue making constructs here. And I will grab Lantern. Okay, that's an Ugin Eye of the Storms on top of their deck. I'm not going to attack into this Sire, but I will mill this Ugin. I want the Urza Saga on top of my deck here, and I think Expedition Map is fine. Eldrazi Temple is one of the 2 unknown cards here. They are just attacking in. Well, I guess it has First Strike, so that's a reasonable thing. Like, if I double block them, they just kill one. Do I want to trade both my constructs for this? I think I do. I'm trying to think of things that they could have in hand, and the thing that I'm thinking of is something like a Glaring Fleshraker. Glaring Fleshraker seems like it might be a problem. And I would want to keep my life total high for that, especially since I don't have any cookbooks in my deck anymore. Oh, and their other card in hand just so happened to be Kozilek's Command. All right. Well, I'm going to have to deal with that. They are exiling one of my constructs, and they're going to scry X and draw a card. I'm fine with this. I'm going to have to be. Ensnaring Bridge in hand is very nice. Let's see what they decide to scry. The fact that they're not making constructs here... Oh, yeah, that's a Karn the Great Creator. Well, the fact that they're not making spawns here means that they don't get to immediately cast what they drew. That Karn needs to come out of hand ASAP. That just needs to go. I don't think I can afford to keep this Codex Shredder on top of my deck. I think I just need to get rid of Karn. Inquisition is not good enough. But what did they keep underneath the Sire of 7 Deaths? Probably Ugin? All it takes is one good hit. All right, yeah, that's Mistress Bauble. I'm kind of out of power here. Mistress Bauble is going to come down. Ensnaring Bridge is going to come down. And then I am just going to be a complete dog to this Karn. Yep, Karn the Great Creator, you got it. Honestly, if they just simply grab the Filigree Silex here, I think the game is just over. Just grabbed Extinguisher Battleship? Sure. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot of problems for me. So I now need this Whir of Invention to do something, and I need an untapped blue source underneath of it, and that's not that. Oh, there's the Thoughtseize. There's the Thoughtseize that I needed. If I had this Thoughtseize earlier, then this game would have basically been over. But now they just have Extinguisher Battleship, and they can cast it, and they can even station it if they want. But that doesn't matter. This game's over. Cards did not line up in this particular game. I think that I could have potentially done a little bit better in game 1, but I think that I fought the best that I could in game 2 and it just didn't work out. Having Voidmere in the deck makes this Whir of Invention a lot better, but that Voidmere needs to come down a lot sooner than turn 6. Oh, all right. Unfortunate that we didn't get to really test out Narset Parter of Veils, which is the whole reason that I am playing this deck today, but we're going to see if I can do that on another match. Let's move on. If you're enjoying the video and think you'd like watching more of what I make, please consider subscribing so YouTube can notify you when I go live and upload videos. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Okay, I am on the draw in match 2 versus, yeah. I think I will keep this hand. We are testing out Narset today, and this is going to be a pretty good Narset test. Can Narset, backed by a couple of discard spells, do something? Flooded Strand pass, and I found Lantern. Well, I will just go Darkslick Shores, Inquisition you. Let's see what's going on. It's Blink. It's just straight up Blink, and my Torpor Orb is in the sideboard. Yep, there it is. Torpor Orb in the sideboard. Honestly, I think I'm going to take Teferi. They have so much interaction here. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Teferi. And of course, they surveil the top. Yeah, I'm going to be a complete dog to this deck in game 1. I don't think I'm going to win at all. Overlord of the Baelmerk is coming down. Yeah, I'm really glad that I didn't take a creature with that discard spell, because this Overlord of the Baelmerk would have just gotten it back. Oh, there's my 3rd basic island. That means this Misty Rainforest can no longer grab basic island. Okay, well, at the very least, I will get perfect information here. Oh my god. They just ripped Teferi. Yeah. I'm gonna take the Flicker Wisp, I suppose. And then I am going to drop Lantern of Insight, because that's what my deck does. Basic Plains on top of their deck here, and they will just draw that. And I would feel a lot better if I had Torpor Orb in the main, but I decided to cut it. It's just Teferi Time Raffler here. Bouncing my Lantern, huh? I could sacrifice this to have them shuffle. I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to let them draw the Emperor of Bones. And then, honestly, I think it's Narset time. Gonna look at the top 4 of my deck, try and find something decent. I found Pithing Needle, and I will take it. They're getting an unknown draw here. And Emperor of Bones is coming down. All right, they've got Flicker Wisp underneath of it. Oh, and they are just firing that off immediately. Probably going to reset the Overlord here. Yep, that's a thing you can do. I am taking 3, or at least 3 damage is being dealt. Looks like they are going after Narset. All right, so that gained me a little bit of life, I guess, but I'm not sure how relevant that is. Okay, they've got a Solitude in their graveyard. They could take that if they wanted to. But no, they took the land. Boggart Trawler. And this means that even if I top deck Ensnaring Bridge right now, which I didn't, then they, well, I mean, they already had enough anyway, but that Witch Enchanter in hand is just going to end the game. So Narset did a little bit of digging here, but the hero was able to answer it really cleanly. I don't think I'm going to win this game. I am going to concede here. I've got 6 lands in hand. I have no pass to an Ensnaring Bridge, no answer to this Witch Enchanter, no draw control. It's not working out this game. But you know what I will do? I will bring in my Welding Jar. I will bring in my Torpor Orb. And what am I siding out? Probably Grafdigger's Cage. And honestly, the Underworld Cookbook doesn't seem decent. Narset Parter of Veils will help against Quantum Riddler, which is a card that I am actually fairly concerned about. So I think sideboarding like this might actually be pretty decent. Duress, there is an argument for. It will answer stuff like Wrath of the Skies and Teferi Time Raveler. But what do I take out for Duress? I kind of want double Pithing Needle in. I don't think I want a 3rd. That's kind of the trouble with these builds of Lantern, is that they're so synergistic that it's kind of difficult to side out a bunch of things and side in a bunch of things. So that makes me think that the sideboard Duresses might actually not be a good option. Maybe I just want a bunch of tutor targets for Whir of Invention. I am going to mulligan this 1-lander that doesn't even cast like half the spells in it. And I will keep this. Honestly, I think I'm going to bottom the Mishra's Bauble. I would have liked to keep everything, but that just wasn't in the cards for me. Pyxis on top, I think I will keep. If I get Thoughtseized, then this Urza Saga can pick up like the Thoughtseized Lantern of Insight, for example, but it looks like they're not doing that. I am just going to lead on Lantern here. If they can sign this, they can sign it. They didn't. And it is Urza Saga time. Now, do I want to drop Pithing Needle now or Pyxis of Pandemonium? If they go turn 3 to Fairy, then Urza Saga will still be able to make a construct, and that's not going to be that bad. Yeah, so I don't think I'm just going to drop Pithing Needle blindly. I think I will put Pyxis into play. Okay, the hero's going to surveil on this Thoughtseize. Are they going to put it on top or in their graveyard? Don't know. I would probably put it on top. Yeah, they put it on top. Now the question is, do I want to have my Whir of Invention Thoughtseize? Am I playing an Urza Saga game? I think the answer is I want to keep Whir of Invention if possible. Oh, and that is just Torpor Orb ripped straight off the top. I kinda don't like that. I kinda don't like that my secrets are being exposed here. And they are just going for the Felia. Undercity Sewers is in hand. They didn't play it. Oh, that's unfortunate timing. That's really unfortunate timing. I don't like that. They had the Teferi Time Raveler. They're gonna put me into this weird position. I'm gonna have to create the construct now. And this Felia is gonna get in and it's going to erase my construct forever. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I think I need to get rid of the Overlord here. Ooh, how interesting. That's a mystical dispute. That encourages me to get Ensnaring Bridge landed as quickly as possible. Because Mystical Dispute is just on top of their deck here. Oh, but that's Thoughtseize. So it's possible that I could afford to do something like Mox Opal into Urza Saga. I could even cast Pithing Needle off Urza Saga and still have all of my options available. I have a feeling that that might be necessary. Oh man, the trouble here is just that, do I want to get Torpor Orb down now, or do I want to get Ensnaring Bridge down? I feel like if I get Ensnaring Bridge down, then I'm going to regret it. I think I need Torpor Orb first. And I think I do want to put Pithing Needle onto Fairy, even though it's already kind of done its thing. I don't think I want to be messing around with that card. Like, if they have another Teferi in hand, that would be devastating. I guess Felia could still attack, blink one of these things. Yeah, that's a Quantum Riddler. Okay, but that's not going to do the thing that it was going to do, because they did this pre-combat. All right, yeah, this is great. This is great for me. But I'm pretty sure they have a Mystical Dispute in hand right now, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have Mystical Dispute in hand right now. I am going to Thoughtseize them, and I will decide what I want to do after this Thoughtseize resolves. Yeah, there's that Mystical Dispute, the Ephemerate, Emperor of Bones, Quantum Riddler. Oh, the Undercity Sewers hasn't been in hand for a while. Honestly, it just has to be the Mystical Dispute. And I think I could probably lock this game down starting this next turn. I think I'm going to let them have the Overlord. Most of the stuff that they could grab off of Overlord is shut off. Yeah, this is all shut off. Okay, so they took Solitude. Oh yeah, they are not attacking with Felia. That's fantastic for me. I like that a lot. And that's Emperor of Bones. Okay, we are in all right shape. We are not in fantastic shape, but this is acceptable, I believe. I will not be making construct number 2. I will be grabbing... I think Codex Shredder is fine to grab here. And I am just going to fire... Do I want to fire off this Whir of Invention right now? 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, I'm going to fire off Whir of Invention now. I'm not going to get the chip damage in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... And this will grab Ensnaring Bridge, and now the only thing that I need to find is Narset Parter of Veils, and then I am perfectly fine. And even Narset is kind of more of an eventually thing, but they could just dump their hand here if they wanted to. It looks like they're not. I think they should have dumped their hand. And I did kind of let them have this Overlord of the Balemark, but there is a card in their deck that would hurt, and that is Clarion Conqueror. They could have hit Clarion Conqueror, so I don't think I'm going to let them have this Overlord. All right, another Quantum Riddler is down. And I'm just going to start digging myself into, hopefully, a Narset Parter of Veils. And yeah, they're just not emptying their hand. I don't know why. I don't know why they're not emptying their hand. I don't need this Ensnaring Bridge now. Orcish Bowmasters is an okay card for them to draw. So I think I am just going to fetch here. And I found Narset. Okay. I am safe now. I am just perfectly fine. I'm not even going to use Narset to dig. I am literally just going to hold as is. And we're going to start winning the game. Yeah, this matchup is night and day difference with Torpor Orb in play, isn't it? And honestly, Narset is doing a lot of work here. I'm not going to bother tracking their hand anymore. It just doesn't matter. I know that they don't have any good cards in hand. There's the Clarion Conqueror that I was talking about. Goodbye. I think I'm just going to Thoughtseize myself. Get this other Thoughtseize out of my hand. Just going to cast Narset. It literally just doesn't matter at this point. And I am going to let the hero have a Witch Enchanter. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, and look at that. The hero has no deck left. I wonder what's going to happen. Oh, that's what happens. Okay, I think sideboard strategy is fine. Set Adrift is a consideration, but what are you taking out for it? If they get a Clarion Conqueror into play, I might just be dunzo anyway. Yeah, I think I am just going to run this back with the understanding that I am vulnerable to Clarion Conqueror. I mean, this is double discard. It's got Mill Rocks. It's got Whir of Invention. I'm going to keep it. Okay, the hero surveilled a Marsh Flats to the graveyard here. I mean, I was going to just fetch Watery Grave anyway. I may as well just play it. Inquisition reveals Felia, Quantum Riddler, and 4 lands. I mean, you have mulligans. You can use them if you want. Not that it's going to matter because they are going to draw Clarion Conqueror at some point. All right, yeah, they're just warping out a Quantum Riddler. Oh, that's Mox Opal. That's pretty big. So I believe I will Inquisition again just to check to see what those two new cards are. Prismatic Ending and Witch Enchanter. Yep, let's take the Prismatic Ending. And the hero has next to nothing going on right now. So I am just going to cast Pyxis. Maybe next turn I will get a Lantern Lock going. Yeah, Undercity Sewers. That's not one of the... Well, that's one of the cards I knew about, so they still have an unknown here. Oh, they binned a Flicker Wisp. So this makes me extremely curious. Oh, I just hit Torpor Orb. Just naturally hit Torpor Orb. Yeah, I think I am going to delay Lantern by a turn. I am going to drop this Torpor Orb, and I'm going to play Codex Shredder. There's been no selection for this card, so I'm going to be okay with letting them draw it. Godless Shrine, Shocked In, 1, 2, 3, 4, Witch Enchanter. They just had to get something down. I will Surveil here. I've got a Surveil land in this list. I don't think I want a Mishra's Bauble. I think I'm okay winning that. Oh, that's second Whir of Invention. I think it's Lantern time. I think it is just Lantern time. I am going to do this main phase. You don't need to get Instantitis. Yeah, Orcish Bowmasters is just a 2-mana 1/1 with Flash. Swamp is one of their 2 unknown cards. And they might have like a Prismatic Ending or something. Maybe a Teferi. Oh, it's just Quantum Riddler? Oh no, that was from hand, because I have another Riddler in exile here. All right, well, I am going to mill myself and see what's on top of my deck. That's just Mishra's Bauble. I don't care about Emperor of Bones. I really want a Narset Parter of Veils here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Emperor of Bones, I don't really care about. Flicker Wisp is turned off. Felia is fine, I guess. I think I'm going to give them hope that there's no Ensnaring Bridge, and then I will let them do things that can cause trouble. Yeah, here comes the Emperor of Bones. Maybe they'll adapt here. They'll like adapt a Felia, and then I'll just Whir for Ensnaring Bridge and just not care. I have a stop set here. I am going to let this go. Let's see if they adapt. They're not adapting. All right, it's time to Whir for Ensnaring Bridge. 1, 2, 3. Whir of Invention just feels so nice. This is great. They didn't even want to continue playing the game anymore. Whir of Invention too powerful, everybody. It was just the threat of an Ensnaring Bridge was enough to win the... Oh, they disconnected. All right, yeah. You can do that. I don't know what to tell y'all. Whir of Invention, it's a good card. Let's go ahead and clobber another hero here.
Did losing to my prison deck leave you feeling bitter and despondent? Work through the stages of your grief with a membership to Fate Seal Magic on Patreon, YouTube, or Twitch. As your grief matures, you'll gain perks like early video access, lessons and sideboard guides, featuring your deck in a video, and can even co-host a stream once you reach acceptance. I hope to see you on your path to healing.
I am on the play in match 3 versus Ben Lion. I've been a lion too. How about that? Wow, this hand is garbage. This hand is less garbage. I think I might... I don't know. Because I could bottom a bauble out of this hand. Yeah, I think I'm going to bottom a bauble. I think I'm going to keep double Pyxides and just going to have one bauble. I would have loved to have everything, but you can't have everything. And I guess I'm actually relying on Narset to find me action in this hand, which is kind of crazy to say. But I am going to fetch Basic Island here. And I think I'm going to lead on Mox Opal. Probably should have done this before playing the land even. All right, Mishra's Bauble, Pyxis. And if they let me do this chain fully, then I'll just land a second Pyxis. Remember back in the day where we never had to ask that question? Where it was always just, oh yeah, your opponent has no mana, there's nothing they can do. Now we have forces that we need to worry about. Feels like you're playing Legacy a little bit. Except Legacy has actual proper force. And they also have Wasteland and Daze. But I guess Daze is not really a thing that you have to worry about when you are on the play on turn 1, you know? Whereas Force of Will and Force of Negation definitely are. Okay, Wooded Foothills Pass makes me wonder what they're doing. Oh, that's just Urza Saga. That is a fantastic pickup for me. Yeah, I really wonder what they're doing with this Wooded Foothills Pass. Maybe they're on like some sort of red-green Eldrazi ramp thing, but we're just gonna have to see. Turn 2 Narset off of a Mox Opal to let my hand actually do something. Oh, that's a Steam Vents shocked in here and a Stubborn Denial. Yeah. So it looks like we are playing against Domain Zoo, if I had to guess. The Steam Vents specifically makes me think Domain Zoo, and of course the Stubborn Denial is like a dead giveaway. Arid Mesa is also a fetch land played in that deck. Okay, I found Darkslick Shores. I am just going to play Darkslick Shores and pass. My constructs are going to start life as 4/4 constructs. That is pretty dang big. It might not be big enough for Zoo, but we'll have to see. Shocked in a Temple Garden. What are you doing here? Is this going to be a Leyline Binding? It is a Leyline Binding. Would you look at that? We're not playing against Zoo, are we? We might be playing against Rhinos. And by the way, you have Build a Boss of the Lantern Insights channel to thank for me thinking this, because I watched his most recent video, or at least as much of it as I could before starting stream, and he played against Rhinos. Really interesting. All right, so this is just a measly, piddly 3/3 construct token, and I am just continuing to just draw all of these lands. I don't really like that. Let's get some information on what their deck is doing. Godless Shrine. And Endotha Triumph, that really does make me think that they're on Zoo, though. Like, I think that they're on Zoo. All right, they've got another Leyline Binding. That's a lot of Leyline Bindings, actually. That is a lot of them. Oh, yeah, they're taking out the Construct. Okay, so they have successfully burned 2 Leyline Bindings here. One of them on a Construct, and one of them on a Mox Opal. That blows my mind. That is wild to me. Like, they could have made this game a lot harder for me, but they just kind of chose not to. Yep, there's the Tribal Flames. This is an older build of Zoo then, because builds now don't play Tribal Flames. Burning Tribal Flames on a Construct. Wow, they really they want to keep my board clear. If they land a threat this turn, then I think I will get rid of this Watery Grave off the top of my deck. If they do nothing, which it looks like is what they're doing, then what do I think they could have? Like, what's in their hand right now? Maybe I do get rid of Tribal Flames, just because I want to see what's on top of my deck underneath this Watery Grave. That's a Whir of Invention. I think I am going to simply hold Whir of Invention up. I don't think I need to be doing anything else. That is a dashed in Ragavan. I don't need to be doing anything about that. I'm just going to take the hit. It'll get rid of this Mox Opal for me. Oh, Thoughtseize is a really good pickup. I like that. Sure, cast my Mox Opal. I don't care. I don't get why they were so aggressive with these Leyline Bindings. They didn't have to be that aggressive, but they were, and that means that I'm literally just going to grab Thoughtseize right now, and there's a chance that I just slam Whir of Invention here. Let's see. What is going on over there? Doorkeeper Thrall in response. Yeah, whatever. Leyline of the Guild Pact and Ragavan Nimblepilfer. All right, sure. I'm just going to make sure that they're not going to have anything bad on top of their deck here. Flage. Oh, I don't care about Flage. They have a Doorkeeper Thrall in play. What are they going to do? Ooh, and they left it on top. Love that. Draw that Flage. Okay, it is time to Whir of Invention or Ensnaring Bridge. Oh, and Narset is on top of my deck. That is lovely. Yeah, like this game's just super wrapped up. The game is super duper over. Okay, so in the beginning of this game, Narset was able to tag a Stubborn Denial out of the hero's hand. They just burned these Leyline Bindings for no reason, though. But now that I'm at this stage of the game, like I didn't technically need Narset, but I was able to use her to find a Codex Shredder. That's not that bad. Game's over. I don't really care. I am going to begin attempting to win. You got it, mate. Leyline of the Guild Pact. Your stuff is all colors now. All right, I'm going to tick down Narset again and find a Codex Shredder. And Narset found me 2 Millrocks. Thanks, Narset. Speeding up this game a lot. And I think the hero has figured out that they lost the game. They're just F6ing through their turn now. And now we just get to do the nice quiet lantern control thing, where we just kind of sit here, twiddling our rocks. No goal in particular in mind, just kind of, you know, playing around with our various toys. Not even going to find anything off the Urza Saga. I don't need to. Just a waste of time. Gonna Inquisition myself. Don't need to Inquisition the opponent. It's a waste of time. Hey, there's the Leyline Binding. Oh, wait. Nope, it's gone. Sorry. Oops. Was that me? And they conceded to Pithing Needle on the stack of all things. All right, whatever. So, versus Domain Zoo. They are going to have Leyline Bindings, which worry me. That makes me think Set Adrift might be a possibility. But honestly, if they have Leyline Binding on an Ensnaring Bridge, then I am probably just going to be dead to that regardless. I think that the Pithing Needle, at least one Pithing Needle can safely come out. Some builds of Domain Zoo will play Teferi Time Raveler, and I don't want to worry about that. Grafdigger's Cage seems like it could come out, especially if they are on the Doorkeeper Thrall version. None of this stuff is particularly enticing to me. I could see Welding Jar being brought in. If I wanted to disrespect Teferi, then I could do something like bring in Welding Jar, bring in the Duresses, and then side out my last Pithing Needle. I don't think I want to do that because Welding Jar doesn't actually stop their premier removal spell, which is Leyline Binding. I think I will simply just bring in the additional 2 Duresses for Leyline Binding and then just go from there. This is a good hand. We keep good hands. And we don't keep bad hands. Ever, right? I've never kept a bad hand before. That's not true. All right, Godless Shrine shocked in past turn. What does that mean? Oh, Mox Opal. You don't say. The Undercity Sewers makes this a little bit weird, but it doesn't make it impossible. I could drop Urza Saga on turn 1 and then Duress the hero also on turn 1. That would mean that I don't play Undercity Sewers this turn. I'd have to play Urza Saga so that I could get Lantern online as soon as possible. Turn 2 could be spent making a construct, and then turn 3, if I really wanted to, I could actually just Whir of Invention for, honestly, maybe even Ensnaring Bridge by floating mana off the Mox Opal and then grabbing another Mox Opal off of Saga. But I think that might defeat the purpose of me playing Urza Saga out so easy, so early. I could just make 2 constructs. I'm going to play out Urza Saga. I'm going to cast this Mox Opal as bait first. Or maybe I should have cast the Mox Opal first and then played out Urza Saga. Sequencing, little sequencing things. Trying to give the hero opportunities to screw up. Okay, so that is a Stubborn Denial. I'm going to be okay with that. So that means this Urza Saga is just going to grab Lantern of Insight, and it's going to do it a little bit later. Honestly, I hadn't even considered that this was a island and a forest and a mountain. Okay, Ragavan on turn 2. They're not zooting it in. Oh, that's just Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, well, that means that I Undercity Sewers here. Binning the Thoughtseize. I do not want the hero casting Thoughtseize on me. Oh my god, it's a Wrath of the Skies for 0. So, failing to play around Stubborn Denial really cost me here. I am going to see what's on top of their deck. They have another Ragavan, and I just lost everything. Oof, they hit Codex Shredder off of Ragavan. I don't like that. If they cast that now, that makes the end game more complicated, but they chose not to. All right, well, honestly, if I find another land at any point here that I'm still in okay shape, I am going to play my land drop, cast this Duress, and that's just Ragavan and Territorial Kavu. All right, so they are on the beatdown plan now. Do I play out this Pyxis? I think I will. I'm gonna grab Basic Island to do that. And now I need to get a little bit lucky. I need a third land here. Start getting cards out of my hand. And I need them to not hit Thoughtseize off of Ragavan. Come on. Oh. Sequencing. I got greedy. And I am getting Thoughtseize, and they are going to take my stuff, and I'm going to be very sad. And now they are throwing down a Territorial Kavu. Oh, great. I have Inquisition of Kozilek. I can check their hand for something. I can take that spare Ragavan out of it. Double spare Ragavan, even. I think getting greedy with my sequencing cost me this game. Not recognizing that they had the Stubborn Denial up. Yeah, I think that did it. I am at 15. This is 7 power. I could theoretically take a hit and draw Ensnaring Bridge exactly at some point. I'm going to let the game play out. But this game is lost, I will assure you. Oh, there's the land that I wanted. And that is actually just game. I cannot win from here. Well, got greedy. Mox Opal tends to do that to people. Tends to do that to me a lot, actually. Do I want to change anything here? I don't think so. I think I'm okay. I think I'm just going to run it back. Wow. Double Inquisition with no way to cast them. Ensnaring Bridge with no third land. Pyxis with no Lantern. I think this is a mull. Yikes. I think this is a mull too. I mean, I'm going to keep this. I am going to bottom the Mishra's Baubles. And I'm going to hope that this Whir of Invention does something at some point. I'm going to lead on Thoughtseize. Wear Tear, Kavu, Tribal Flames. I think I'm going to take the Wear Tear. It's a pretty good hand from the hero, though, I think. They could haste in a Territorial Kavu next turn if they wanted to. Oh, wait, no, they can't, because that's not how Arena of Glory works. I think it is Misty Rainforest, Duress, find a Surveil land. Oh, yeah, Wrath of the Skies. Get the heck out of there. What are you doing? Gosh golly gee, I sure would love some Mishra's Baubles in hand to fuel this Whir of Invention right now. Yeah, it looks like they're not hasting in Kavus. They're just going to do Kavus normally. All right, Surveil land. Just like that. Narset, I can't have right now. Hey, it's a Mishra's Bauble. I don't know if I should cycle this Mishra's Bauble or not. I need at least 2 more pieces of material before I can Whir for Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to cycle the Mishra's Bauble. I think I'm just going to pass turn. Ha! Duress. Yeah, I'm pretty sure drawing that Duress is just game. Oh, Mystical Dispute, huh? I think I am priced into taking the Mystical Dispute. And then I am going to cycle this Mishra's Bauble. Because I need to hit land and Snaring Bridge in order to win. Oh, well, now I'm just dead. Okay. There's nothing I can do. I'm just going to die. Well, this was just a mold of 5, mostly, I think. I think it's the second game that really did it in for me. In fact, I'm going to concede the game and I'm going to move on. I saw what's in their hand. I saw that I have no outs. Even if I do hit exactly land and Snaring Bridge, it's not good enough. So I think that this match came down to that turn 1 play in game 2, where I was just like, okay, well, I can curve out and I can just do whatever I want. That plain swamp doesn't for blue because it's not an island. And I got hard punished by that, and I think I lost the game because of it. So a little bit more situational awareness would have gone a long way. It was probably correct to just drop the Surveil land and pass turn. But I think this would have been winnable if I hadn't made that mistake. Fairly easily winnable. Because I could have duressed them, and I could have taken the Wrath of the Skies, probably played around the Stubborn Denial, and I think I would have been okay. All right, let's move on to match 4 here. Wow, these are going pretty quickly. All right, I am on the play here in match 4 versus Tatishi. See if we can get a decent 7. Hubris. I'm gonna have to keep this. I don't think I want to, but I think I have to. And the question is, do I want double Pyxis or do I want Pyxis Needle? I think I will take Pyxis Needle just based off of the remaining contents of my hand here. Or rather, I will put the Needle on bottom and I'll take double Pyxis. Because I want to kind of get everything out of hand and then I want to rebuild later. Start with a Mox Opal. And casting Pithing Needle on turn 1 in the blind is not really a good way to do that. Plus, double Pyxis will actually actively help me if I find Lantern here. Windswept Heath from the hero into pass turn. All right, let's see if I can find something useful. Mox Opal number 2 is not useful. Let's get rid of that. Urza Saga is very useful. Whir of Invention is even more useful. I think I will drop Urza Saga first. Just get the countdown on that running. And then next turn, I can drop this basic island and I can choose between a construct or a Whir of Invention. Spinning a Sacred Foundry. This has to be energy, right? Just energy without a turn 1 start, which happens sometimes. Yeah, that's Goblin Bombardment. Naked Goblin Bombardment, huh? I mean, I'll take it. So my constructs are going to come to life as 5/5 constructs. That is really big. But a lot of this is going to depend on what the hero plays out here. Okay, that is an Ajani Nakatl Pariah. Do I want to just let this happen? I think I am going to let this happen, and I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to see what they do. And they're flipping it right now. So I have options. I could wait for them to see if they plus Ajani and try to enter Cataclysm mode. If they do that, then that would just leave them extremely vulnerable to my Urza Saga token here. I could Whir of Invention right now and get a Pithing Needle for this Ajani, but then that puts me vulnerable to basically any creature that they have, but I could make a construct. I could Mishra's Bauble myself and see what's going on and see what I'm drawing. I have Ensnaring Bridge on top of my deck. That makes me lean pretty dang hard toward make a construct. In fact, I am going to make a construct here. I'm just going to let this all go. This is all scaling pretty slowly, and they are just going for the 0 mode here. All right, make the construct. I am going to swing this construct directly at Ajani, I think. Although I might just Pithing Needle Ajani. I might just do that. I'm drawing this Ensnaring Bridge anyway, right? Let's see what I draw for turn. The Darkslick Shores. That could theoretically allow me to cast Ensnaring Bridge and Whir of Invention if I grab Mox Opal off this Urza Saga. I don't think that's useful. They have 5 cards in hand and I don't know what they are. I really don't like that. I think I am going to float mana and I'm just going to grab Lantern. All right. Darkslick Shores is going to enter here. I am going to lose the mana. I am going to attack their Ajani. This is a attack that will kill their Ajani, so they have to block here. And then honestly, I think it might just be Ensnaring Bridge time. Actually, no. Yeah, no, it's Ensnaring Bridge time. I'm going to get Ensnaring Bridge down. All right, they are discharging my construct. I don't really care about that. I know that some of these energy lists are on Mana Tithe, like as a 1 or 2 of in the main. I was a little bit aware of that, just like vaguely aware of that. Okay, so we've got Seasoned Pyromancer here. It's going to draw that Ocelot Pride and another Ocelot Pride. Okay, that's not the worst as long as they don't have something like a Guide of Souls. I think that Arid Mesa is down, right? So I think they have 1 unknown in hand here. I'm going to get rid of the Thraben Charm. And... no, I think I'm going to exile here too. Yeah, Ragavan's fine. Okay, so this is Lantern of Insight for me. And I'm going to set a stop on their draw step, and I'm going to Whir for a Pithing Needle on Ajani. All right, Ragavan is no longer a problem. That's 1. This is kind of running into Mana Tithe, and that makes me worried. But never punished. Where is that Pithing Needle? Okay, that's great. Ranger of Captain of Eos is a big fat no-no. Oh, it was Arid Mesa that they had. Okay, so this game is locked up. They are going to continue to be able to make these little nerds, but I'm going to be able to answer this Goblin Bombardment at some point before it starts causing me real trouble. Like, Whir of Invention at any point kind of just wins the game, or Urza Saga kind of just wins the game, because that will grab either Pithing Needle or Underworld Cookbook. Most likely Underworld Cookbook, if I'm going to be completely honest. They cannot have this Guide of Souls. That's just going to be too much trouble too quickly. Yeah, I bet you did leave it on top. Get rid of that. Seasoned Pyromancer, I have to get rid of that too. I have 2 Lanterns. I can make them shuffle if I need to. Let me think about this. Oh, Flage makes them gain life. Yeah, that has to be a shuffle. Okay, Galvanic Discharge I'm fine with. That was a little nerve-wracking. Not gonna lie, that made me a little bit nervous. But I think I have this game under control now. I'm going to take that Galvanic Discharge out of your hand. And we are going to pass turn. I think I'm going to let this Guide of Souls go. And instead of going down the Underworld Cookbook route, I am going to go down the Pithing Needle for Goblin Bombardment route. And that is because I had this Codex Shredder on top of my deck, and I kind of just wanted it. Didn't want to tap my Pyxides for that. And they give it up. Okay, well, that was a nice, clean win against Boros Energy. I really liked that a lot. I am going to do something a little bit different here. I have been practicing with, or experimenting with, siding out Thoughtseizes in this matchup. And then I can possibly even keep Grafdigger's Cage in. And these Grim Baubles are in the side for this matchup. And then this Welding Jar is in here for that too. So this would be still only 2 needles. They have, what, 3 needle targets that I can think of? Bombardment, Ajani, Ranger Captain. Because this is a Ranger Captain build, we saw it. I think I want the Duresses. And I would take out, unfortunately, it'd have to be Grafdigger's Cage here. And then what? Oh, Narset's pretty bad against them. Narset can do basically exactly answer like a Seasoned Pyromancer or something, but I don't really think that's good enough. And sometimes, I guess Grafdigger's Cage isn't completely dead. This gives me room to add in a Torpor Orb. Okay, so I'm siding out Narsets, unfortunately, and Thoughtseizes. I'm bringing in 3 Grim Baubles for early removal, the Welding Jar to protect against potentially Wrath of the Skies, but most likely Wear Tear. Duresses for all of their removal spells, which are all basically non-creatures. And Torpor Orb, which can slow them down quite a bit. I will do this. I don't know if this is correct, but I will do it. Oh, I need to submit the deck. Oh, man, come on. This hand has a lot of good stuff in it. It will eventually cast a Whir of Invention for an Ensnaring Bridge. Basically, the only thing I want out of here is a Lantern and I guess a discard spell. And the hero, once again, going Fetchland Pass. I think I am just going to lead on this Undercity Sewers. Pyxis, I don't think I want. Oh, they kept a card on top. That was an argument for playing like a Millrock in that situation, but I think it's okay. Just a naked Goblin Bombardment once again. I don't know if I just Pithing Needle that right away. Oh, and I found another Pyxis, sure. Like if I Pithing Needle Goblin Bombardment and then they just drop a Ajani, I'm gonna feel pretty silly. So in that case, let me go ahead and cast this Mishra's Bauble. And I'm pretty sure I don't want to be using the Mishra's Bauble with Fetch Trick right now, especially if I have triple Millrock in hand. Jeez. Honestly, I might just keep the Mishra's Bauble around as Whir of Invention fodder. I literally might do that. So we'll just see what happens. Because I can Whir of Invention for Ensnaring Bridge next turn if I need to. If I keep the Bauble around. Is this just a Flage? Oh no, it's a Wrath of the Skies for 1. All right, that's a little bit annoying. That is an Ensnaring Bridge though. I kind of want that. All right, so they got rid of all of these little mill rocks, but I have a Pyxis in hand still, so that Wrath of the Skies wasn't actually that bad. They're also just giving me all of this time to rebuild. They've got nothing in play right now. Mishra's Bauble is down, Island is down, and do I just cast a naked Ensnaring Bridge here? I don't think so. I think I'm going to hold open Whir of Invention. Wow, they really are just kind of doing nothing here. Yeah, Whir of Invention, I am going to do this for 1. Attempt to grab a Lantern of Insight. Red and white on my upkeep. That's a wear on Lantern. I mean, okay. Just have myself shuffle. Grafdigger's Cage, huh? I think I'm just going to drop Ensnaring Bridge here. The hero has used a lot of interaction, and they haven't actually been putting any sort of pressure on me. I still have this Pithing Needle that I can use. Okay, there's the Ocelot Pride. So this Goblin Bombardment is going to start causing trouble. Blood Moon. Okay, I got 2 basic islands in play. I don't really mind. And yeah, Lanky, I'm willing to bet that they just kept a hand full of a bunch of hate and not really any threats. That's what it really seems like to me. Yeah, I'm gonna drop Pyxis here. Gonna drop Pithing Needle. I will put this on Goblin Bombardment now because of the Ocelot Pride. Will I? Well, I drew Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, I think I'm going to, because that's also a way that they can flip Ajani. I'm just gonna pass here. I am super duper in the market for a Lantern of Insight right now. And that Blood Moon does shut off Whir of Invention as it stands right now. If I find a Mox Opal and Whir of Invention, then I would be okay. Notably, this Blood Moon also shuts off Wrath of the Skies for them, which I really like. Mox Opal, excellent pickup. I am now completely immune to Blood Moon. Unless I draw like exactly Whir of Invention plus Thoughtseize or like double Whir of something. Although I guess that's not the end of the world if I do. I don't know. I'm still on the fence on this build and the 4 Mox Opals in it. Like, I think if you are building Whir of Invention with Lantern Control, you kind of need the 4 Mox Opals. Ooh, where on Goblin Bombardment's Pithing Needle? That's not all that relevant anymore, though, because my hand is empty. And they can't create a bunch of tokens with this Ocelot Pride. All right, Seasoned Pyromancer's coming down. It's giving the hero 2 fresh cards. Yeah, that's a Blood Moon that they discarded. Wow. And I am going to just attempt to find Lantern of Insight here. Instead, I found Welding Jar. I think I will take that. But now we're in this really weird position where I'm kind of just doing nothing. I've kind of just got nothing going on. And I don't really like that. Yep, and now we're in trouble. Ajani Nakata Pariah has come down. This Goblin Bombardment is freed. They can flip this immediately and just unleash hell upon me. This is going to be terrible. I am in so much trouble right now. It's not even funny. I need an answer right now. It has to happen like right now. Pyxis is not an answer. All right, I'm taking a bunch of damage again. I'm at 6. That's not high. Like, I need a Whir of Invention on the top of my deck. Oh, wait, no, they just have Goblin Bombardment. I'm just dead. Okay, never mind. I forgot. I'm just dead here. I am just dead. So we kind of got in a little bit of a low resource situation there where they had a bunch of hate and I just had a bunch of nothing. And they drew out of it before I did. Whir of Inventions, I'm liking. They have Blood Moons, but I've got 3 basic islands and plenty of ways to fetch them. I've got Mox Opals. I'm not super worried. I am going to be on the play here. Honestly, I think with this hand, like, it's not a traditional Lantern control hand, but I think it could stabilize a board. All right. I think I take the Ranger Captain out of this hand, actually. I have Grim Bauble that can stabilize everything else that they're doing. I would love it if they just led on Ocelot Pride here. They didn't. They led on Guide of Souls. All right. Well, I'm going to have to be okay with that. Mishra's Bauble is cast. I think I am going to play Polluted Delta, and I am just going to cast Grim Bauble here. And I'm going to be patient. Oh, no. It's Guide of Souls into Ocelot Pride. Oh, man. Yep, that's a good... That's good. That's good stuff. That's pretty good stuff. Well, it's time for me to find my Surveil Land. That's another Grim Bauble. Do I just keep that? Take out their Ocelot Pride? They've got... Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that. And I'll just take out their Ocelot Pride. Maybe it was correct to take the Guide of Souls there, but I think that the Ocelot Pride might just scale faster. Yikes, that's an Ajani Nakata Pariah, huh? I don't like that. Okay, well, it's time to find a land for my Ensnaring Bridge, please. Maybe I should have dropped this Pithing Needle earlier. Marsh Flats on top of their deck. Not that it matters. And that's Pyxis into Duress. No, not like this. Oh, please, not like this. I even added an extra land into the deck specifically. Oh, man, yeah, this is horrible. This is just awful. Well, I'm putting Pithing Needle down on Goblin Bombardment here. Oh, man, I was not expecting this. Maybe I should have been the Grim Bauble. Who knows? Haha! Pithing Needle on Goblin Bombardment caused them to surveil it. That's great. Oh, I think I might just be dead. I'm gonna let them do this. I'm gonna make them do this, but yeah, I think I'm dead. I'm gonna be at too low of a life total here. Yeah, I'm at 8. Even if I drop Ensnaring Bridge right now, then this Flage is gonna kill me. Jeez, that feels so bad. I just got land screwed. Like, was I not supposed to? Oh, hey. Okay, now it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So now the Ajani is going to go crazy. I guess I could still theoretically hit perfects. Oh boy, I could still theoretically hit perfects. No, wait, no, I can't, because this Guide of Souls will deal 1 to me, or 3, I guess. Flage will come back and deal an additional 2, and then Ajani will finish me off. I feel like a decent part of this was just never finding that 3rd land. A Mox Opal would have worked too, just like 2 turns ago. Part of me wonders if that's just the hand that I kept, but I don't know. I feel like I kind of just got a little bit screwed here, just a little bit. And that's after landing the, adding a land to this list, which is something that I want to do sometimes. And I'm dead. Jeez, that's embarrassing. Maybe I could have played this a little bit better. Maybe I could have kept a different hand here. Maybe, no, it wouldn't have mattered actually. If I had cast this Pithing Needle a couple of turns earlier when I had that 1 open mana off the River of Tears, they would have just done this exact sequence and would have killed me in exactly the same manner. I don't know. I felt like I had game 1 in the bag and things just kind of fell apart. That's a bit frustrating. It's a bit frustrating that the deck kind of just failed here. There's an Urza Saga. There's a... Yeah, I just... Okay, there's my lands. There's my War of Invention. All right, well, let's move on to the 5th match. Okay, I'm on the draw here in the 5th and final round versus Kingdingaling. I am not convinced I should keep this. I don't know. Kingdingaling says that, ooh, Lantern. And yes, I am playing Lantern. I just don't know if I need to keep this hand or not. I could do turn 1 Urza Saga into Lantern, but that's just such a bad play. It's just horrible. I'm gonna mulligan. Finding a subscriber in the wild for first time. Thank you, Kingdingaling. I appreciate you. Wow, this is just the same hand from before, except worse. I am gonna keep it because I don't want to go to 5, and at least this time I can get a War of Invention out of my hand. But like, just geez, it's so bad. My bad luck charm is here. Oh, really? Oh, yep, that's what I mean. Oh, you just showered me in hair. What are you doing? What? What's going on? Ow. Yep, like I said, bad luck charm. Ow. Oh, he's purring. Oh, jeez. All right, you know what? Ow. Ugh. Ugh. It's hard enough playing Lantern Control. I have to do it with this cat causing trouble. Do I want to even play Lantern here? Hedge Maze, Shardless Agent is in the bin. I'm going to Inquisition them. I don't... Actually, no. I think it's okay if I play Lantern. The worst thing that they could have here is something like a... what's the name of that card? Like a Birthing Ritual? Oh, but they're on 1 land? No. Okay, no, there it is. Street Wraith. Okay, so they are just on Living End then. Banning a Shardless Agent tells me a lot, though. I am going to Inquisition them first. Not having that main deck Torpor Orb has been really hurting this league. Endurance, Shardless Agent, Street Wraith, Overlord. Wow, they just don't care. I have to keep them off of lands, I think. Yeah. Okay, Shardless Agent is gone at the very least. Let's go ahead and play out Urza Saga directly into this Wistfulness that I can do stone cold nothing about, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to let them draw it. Wistfulness is down, and they are going to get rid of what? Urza Saga? Okay, that's fine. I believe I'm going to cycle a single Mishra's Bauble here, but I don't think I'm going to cycle both. I just want to get a little bit of action going. Oh, another War of Invention with an Undercity Sewers underneath of it. I do not like this. Like, I've had the 2 land hand with one of them being Urza Saga. I've got too many War of Inventions in my hand. This Undercity Sewers hurts a lot, and I think that in the next iteration, it needs to go. It's caused me so much trouble in this league. Yeah, they're just going to be able to fire off a Living End next turn. They have a Force of Negation in hand. They just don't really care. Overlord's coming down now. They fixed their mana. Oh, and they bounced Wistfulness back to hand. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna cycle this Mishra's Bauble. I don't want this Undercity Sewers. And let's see if I got a land underneath of this. It's Pyxis. Interesting. It's Pyxis. I think I will take Pyxis. Undercity Sewers for no value. I'm gonna bin the River of Tears, I guess. Lay out this Pyxis because I can. And this is just Wistfulness again. They're gonna get rid of my Urza Saga, I hope. Yep, okay, Urza Saga is down. And honestly, maybe there's a chance that I make it through this. There might be a chance I make it through this, but it's a very small chance. And it will rely on War of Invention. So let's just give it a shot and see what happens. Endurance is in their hand now. Shardless Agent coming down. This is going to exile a lot of cards. And see if there's anything good in here. Sink into Stupor as at least a one of is nice to know about. Is there any stuff that will cause me trouble if it enters? You may cast target instant or sorcery with card with mana value X from a graveyard without paying from a graveyard. They may pay X. So they could Inquisition me when this Halo Forager enters. I'm gonna let them do that. I have 2 whirs here. And also I could just fire off whir and instant speed, but I'm gonna make them do that. Subtlety is fine. Subtlety is fine. Endurance targeting nobody. Halo Forager targeting nothing. Oh. They're just targeting their own living end. Okay, so they did their thing. They did their thing. And now I'm going to do my thing. Basic Island, Whir of Invention for 3. Grabbing that Ensnaring Bridge, the one that's not on top of my deck. Okay. We are getting somewhere now. Do I hold this Thoughtseize? They have some 2-power attackers. They have 1 2-power attacker, 2 2-power attackers, so I would be taking 4 a turn. I do not believe it is correct to hold the Thoughtseize. Subtlety, Endurance, Force, Endurance. Yeah, I'm going to Thoughtseize them now. And I'm taking Force of Negation if they don't force this. So they basically should just not force it. Yeah, okay, there we go. Force of Negation is down. Troll of Khazad-dûm can only cycle for swamps. So it is now my job to keep the hero off of cyclers and sink into Stupor, basically. And they give it up. That was a really easy concession. Not our easy concession. I think that was a quick concession. I think this game could have played out a little bit longer, especially since I am taking more time on my clock than the hero is on theirs. Do I call my subscribers heroes? Are you a hero, kingdingaling? Let me know in the comments if you want me calling you a hero, if you just want me calling you a filthy living end player, like everyone calls me a filthy lantern player. Whir of Invention, everybody. Whir of Invention. It wins games. I don't know what to tell you. You have a really good point, Lanky. Cyclers don't matter if I get Narset into play. Maybe for that reason I want to keep it in play. I think Torpor Orb can come in. Grafdigger's Cage, famously or not so famously, does not actually interact with Living End in any meaningful way. In fact, the only card in their deck that it does really interact with that I've seen is Halo Forager. And you know what, Bellocor? I will call you Seers. That is a really good idea. I like that. I like that a lot. Underworld Cookbook can probably go. I think I want all of my Pithing Needles. I want Duresses. I want the Torpor Orb. Do I want Ashiok? I think Ashiok might be a bit slow, especially since they can just kind of refill their graveyard at a moment's notice. I'm trying to think of what else I want to take out here. Maybe I take out a Narset. I hate to say it, but maybe a Narset needs to go, just a single one. I don't know if this is correct. This is just me experimenting here. It could be that you take out something else, but I'm going to run it like this and I'm going to see. This is an awful hand. I will not keep this hand. Like, what an actual, like, horrible hand. Ugh. Just as I'm saying, what a horrible hand. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bottom the Mishra's Bauble. Okay, not punished for bottoming the Mishra's Bauble. Do I Inquisition on one, or do I just drop Pyxis? I think I'm just going to drop Pyxis. They let it on a fetch land. Going to go a little bit slowly here. I definitely don't need to just lead on Lantern. I think that the time for leading on Lantern passed like 5 years ago. Oh, Godless Shrine. Kingdingaling, what concoction have you cooked up that you've got Godless Shrine in a Living End list? What are you doing? They're fixing their mana, keeping it on top. One of the reasons that I started on Pyxis, actually. Oh, that's Urza Saga. Let's go ahead and Inquisition the hero first before deciding what to do. But I do have the requisite 3 blue sources necessary to cast Whir of Invention next turn if I want to. This Street Wraith cycle has me questioning things. Force, pitching, stink into stupid. Well, I have been stunk into stupid because I don't know what they're doing. All right, Urza Saga time. If they Wistfulness this, I think it's okay. Foundation Breaker. Their entire deck is chock full of cyclers. I think I am just going to attempt to get rid of that now. And that attempt was successful. I think that it is a fool's errand to be making... Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's why they have the White Splash for Clarion Conqueror. Oh, jeez. I was about to say that I thought it was a fool's errand to be... Oh, they just had it in hand. Oof, that hurts. I don't think I have an answer to Clarion Conqueror. Yeah, my Set Adrifts and Grim Baubles are on the side, and I explicitly said when I did this that I thought that this list was going to be vulnerable to Clarion Conqueror. But now I know. Yeah, there's not really a reason for me to be doing anything here because I am in trouble. I think I just need to hope that their hand doesn't really do much. Okay, that's just second Clarion Conqueror. I'm taking a poke here. I am going to create a construct. And this Wistfulness as is, and it's their turn 4, so they missed a land drop, cannot exile anything. They can do it for double blue, but they cannot like actually exile something here. Do I want to grab a Pithing Needle because all of my stuff is shut off anyway? Or do I want to prepare for a scenario in which the hero, or the seer, I suppose, actually, has to double block with Clarion Conquerors at some point and get rid of them, and that would unlock my lock? But I feel like if I'm at that point, that I'm probably just going to be winning. And I don't want to prepare for winning. I want to prepare for losing. I am going to grab Pithing Needle. What do I put it on is the question. I'm going to put it on Otawara. Or Boseiju. One of those two. At least Otawara would take up their entire turn. So I am going to put it on Boseiju. Okay, and we are in a race. I am currently winning this race. All right, so they've got Wistfulness in hand. They've got their 4th land on top of their deck here. But I do just straight up have double discard. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have grabbed a Soulless Jailer. Do I have Soulless Jailer in my sideboard? No, yeah, actually I do. So Soulless Jailer would have actually shut off Cascade. So maybe I should have grabbed that. Okay, Overlord of the Baelmerk is down. They are going to mill a couple of things. Generous End, Street Wraith are really their only pickups. And they return Generous End. And they are force cycling that now, but I have Thoughtseize in hand. I actually might win this. If they don't leave at least one Clarion Conqueror back to block, then they die right now. Okay, I have a shot. I have a chance. It's not a fantastic chance. I am going to lead on Inquisition of Kozilek to attempt to protect myself. Oh, they have double Wistfulness, huh? And Overlord of the Baelmerk. And Mystical Dispute is on top of their library. That hurts. That really hurts. Well, I can't take anything off of that. I have to fire off this Thoughtseize. And no matter what, they're going to be able to do double Wistfulness. And these two Wistfulnesses, they can exile my constructs, and then I am just in the garbage. At least if I take one of the Wistfulnesses, then they have to use Overlord next turn to get the other one back. But because River of Tears is on top of my deck, I can't tap that for blue and like do something fancy, like get a Torpor Orb or something. I think I am still going to take one of the Wistfulnesses. And I am the beatdown. I have to be beatdown right now. They must block one of these constructs. Oh, that's their play. That's interesting. I hadn't considered that. That unlocks everything. So now I can let them draw this Mystical Dispute, because now Mox Opal is unlocked and I can just Whir of Invention now. I am pretty sure this is required to hit the construct. Yep, they're hitting the construct as expected. And this is why I let them have the Mystical Dispute, is because I figured that they were going to be grabbing Overlord here. Okay, so Wistfulness is down. Overlord is down. Clarion Conqueror, huh? I mean, yeah. Clarion Conqueror, that's a card. I am going to exile here. I would love to just hit... Oh, that's an Urza Saga. All right, I mean, I can do that too. So they're going to have a Clarion Conqueror. Wow, what an interesting game of Magic. What just an incredible amount of back and forth we've had. Well, Urza Saga has to come down. And I must Whir of Invention right now. And I think I am doing it for, honestly, probably Torpor Orb. I think doing this for Ensnaring Bridge is just a losing proposition. Regardless Agent on top of their deck. I really don't like that. Yeah, I think I'm whirring for Torpor Orb here. Wait, where's my Torpor Orb? Where's my Torpor Orb? Did I like exile it with Pyxis at some point on accident or something? That's kind of weird. I don't know if I like that. It's not in my graveyard. It must be one of the 3 face down cards. I just must not have been paying attention and I must have gotten rid of it. Well, I guess that means that I need to grab Mishra's Bauble. I could grab another Pyxis or a Shredder. Just prepare for this Clarion Conqueror to come down. Well, glad I grabbed Shredder because that Urza Saga on top of my deck is really good. Okay, and we are passing turn. Oh my goodness, Salty Frost, you are correct. I did deny a Surveil earlier in the game, and it must have hit my 1 of Torpor Orb. That is actually, like, just terrible. Troll of Khazad-dûm costs 6 to get down. Clarion Conqueror is coming down. There's not much I can do about that. I could have taken the Troll of Khazad-dûm off the top of the deck. I don't think I'm going to. I don't think that's a winning play. And my strategy is known to the hero here. This is just kind of what I'm doing. I don't know if it's going to be a winning strategy, but we're going to have to find out. Halo Forager on top of their deck. Do they have anything good that they can hit? Force of Negation. Basically it. They could Inquisition me. Take my Wear of Invention. I don't really need that right now anyway. They can't attack with this Clarion Conqueror. They die if they do that. These Overlord of the Balemercs are eventually going to come off of Impending, but I don't think that's good enough. Okay, and we got the GGs. Oof. I didn't have time to send my chat message, but kingdingaling, thank you for playing against me. I had a really good time. That was some really interesting back and forth magic that we had. Wow. Apparently, if you just draw nothing but Urza Sagas, then you win games. Who would have guessed? Let's go ahead and wrap up this league. I think that this list is a decent start to a blue-black Whir list. I do not like that I am vulnerable to certain things like Clarion Conqueror, I guess. Although, like, I was able to push past it in that insane matchup versus Living End where, you are splashing white for Clarion Conqueror, possibly even stuff like Wrath of the Skies, and I can respect the heck out of that. But still, like, I'm vulnerable to that sort of stuff, and there's not really much that you can do in blue-black. If you have a white splash in here, then you can splash for stuff like Dusk Rose Reliquary. But if y'all remember, I tried a white splash, and it just didn't function. I just didn't like it. So I think I am going to stick with blue-black. It's just finding answers to things like Clarion Conqueror and Resolved Karns and stuff like that. I think Set Adrift might actually be the best thing that we have. I think the construction of the mana base in this deck is fine enough. River of Tears came up a little bit. I might want to cut a land. The original list that I saw from Lanky, who has been in chat today, by the way, thank you for being a member of the channel and for showing up for streams. It had 20 lands in it and 4 opals. I could see cutting a land. I could also see cutting an opal, but I don't think you do both. And that Torpor Orb just needs to be in the main. The original build from Lanky had Torpor Orb in it. I very foolishly told myself, you know what? It's fine. Torpor Orb can be in the sideboard. It doesn't really matter that much, right? It's not like you've got decks like Blink and Living End and Energy that all have creatures that have ETB effects. It's not like there's an entire variant of Zoo that just has Doorkeeper Thrall in it so that it can shut off things like Kappa Cannoneer. How silly of me, how naive. Torpor Orb in the main. And honestly, for as much trouble as I have with this different build of Lantern Control, Whir of Invention carries me. It carries me so incredibly hard. It dodges all sorts of nasty stuff. You saw me use timing and it dodging counter magic and stuff like that because it's a good card. And I think that this sort of synergistic build of Lantern Control, where you are an artifact deck and you're leaning into it, getting the payoff in Whir of Invention for that, I think it might be pretty good. This league was about Narset Pardera Veils. There were a couple of instances in which Narset was really good. I think the jury's still out on if this should be in the main or not. I didn't see enough of her today. Like, I saw her get clipped by a Stubborn Denial on my turn 2. And she kind of locked up a game like later on where she found a bunch of mill rocks. And there was that time where she was kind of locking out the Quantum Riddler, and that was very nice. I'm not sure she is a main board card. I don't know what I would put in her place. I have struggled with that. It's possible that I go back to Profane Tutor, but like after tasting Whir of Invention, I don't know if I want to go back to Profane Tutor. Whir's just so incredibly strong. I kind of just want to be casting Whirs. The deck has some work to do, and eventually I will figure it out, but that day is not today.
This program is made possible by generous funding from these sponsors, and also by your view, like, and comment, the support of my wife and son, and by contributions to Fate Seal Magic from viewers like you. Thank you.